Hey there! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through a vinyasa flow that builds up heat and creates strength in your core. It puts you into an action-oriented state of being, burns off some energy, and really gets you pumped up for the day ahead. If that sounds interesting to you, let's get started.
Start off by coming onto all fours on your mat. Take your knees to the edge of the mat. Bring your booty back to meet your heels, taking your chest and your forehead down to the mat with your fingers spread wide up ahead of you towards the top of your mat. Child's pose. Breathe deeply in and out of the nose. Slow down the breath and connect with your body. Press your elbows into the mat. Take your hands together at prayer behind your head, bending into the elbows and opening up the back of the shoulders here, creating some tension behind the neck. Pressing those hands together and pressing your biceps into the mat. Take your hands out in front of you, walk them over to the left, feeling the intercostal muscles in your left rib cage open up for a nice deep stretch. Continuing your slow breaths in and out of the nose. Feel the energy of the earth come into your palms and ground yourself down into the earth plane. Walk your palms over to center and over to the left, opening up the right rib cage. Feel that activation in the arms and that opening in the ribs. Again, imagining and focusing on the grounding energy coming up from the earth below you. Remembering to breathe in and out of the nose. Walk your hands back to center. Walk them up towards you and press up onto all fours. With your hands directly beneath the shoulders, knees directly beneath the hips, we're going to do some cat-cows. Open the chest towards you, drop the belly, breathe in, deep breath. Exhale as you round the spine towards the roof. Inhale, drop the belly, tailbone goes up towards the sky. Exhale, round as your hips come towards your head. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. And come into neutral. Take the right leg out behind you. Straighten the leg, flex the foot. Lift it up into line with your shoulders. And hold. Find your balance. And lift the opposite arm, so the left arm straight out in front of you. Finding that neutral position to keep you balanced here. And as you exhale, pull the knee to the elbow underneath you and straighten. Pull and straighten. Pull and straighten. 4, 5, 6. Inhale on the stretch. Exhale when you come in. 8, 9, 10. Take your hand back to touch your toe and come out in front of you. Tap, tap, and straighten. Tap and lengthen. This time grab your ankle and press your foot into your arm to create a resistance. And this is going to help stretch everything out back here. And release. Take a moment and then lengthen the left foot out behind you. Straighten that left leg, flex the left foot, and pop it up in line with your back. Pull the belly up and in. Engage that leg. Once you have that balance, lift the right arm high out in front of you. Find that balance between the two sides. And get ready to take your elbow to your knee. Starting now. Tuck and lengthen. Tuck and lengthen. That's 2. Tuck and lengthen. That's 3. 4. Remembering your belly is pulled up and activated this whole time. 5. 6. 7. Inhale as you straighten out. 8. 9. And 10. Now reaching the arm back to tap the foot. Tap and lengthen. Tap and lengthen. This time grabbing that ankle, pressing the left foot into the right hand, creating a resistance, opening up the chest, and release. Prep yourself for the next position. I'm going to turn here just for your viewing, but you do not need to. Take your right leg out directly to the side. Find your foundations. Keep a stable position. Lift that right leg up and lower. 2 and 3, 4, 5. Making sure to press into the hands. 6, 7. Engage the shoulders. 8, 9, and 10. Take that leg back behind you and swoop it in a rainbow arc back to the side. 2 and back. 3 and back. 4 and back. You should feel the obliques crunching here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wonderful. Come back to center. Take the left leg out to the side. Get ready. Find your neutral position in the hands and lift. And 2 and 3 and 4. Pull the belly up and in. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Swoop that leg back behind you and rainbow arch it over. And 2 and 3 and 4. Feel those obliques crunch. And 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Come back to center. You can take your booty back to your heels. Rock out a little bit. Take your head down onto the mat for child's pose. Breathe in and out of the nose. Catch your breath. Feel that heart rate. It's already pumping, and we're not even 10 minutes in. Tuck the toes, straighten the legs, press up into downward facing dog. Press that chest towards your thighs. Bend the knees almost to touch the mat and straighten. Coming into bear pose and straighten. Bear and straighten. Bend and straighten. Walk your feet to your hands. Come to the top of your mat. You can hang over the legs for a moment. Do a couple sways. Breathing in and out of the nose. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Mountain Tadasana. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale to a flat back. Take your hands on the mat and step into plank position. Lower down all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg high towards the sky. Take a couple circles with your knee bent, opening up that hip. Tuck the right knee forward towards your chest. Place your foot down on the mat. Lower the left knee down and sweep the arms up into low lunge pose. Activate the legs here. Push the feet away as you pull the legs together in the hip sockets. Take your hands to prayer and open your right arm out towards the back of the room, facing your chest towards the right. Twist here. Keep a nice long spine. Keep your abs engaged. Everything is working. Should fire up those legs here. We're not dumping into the hip sockets. Really good. Come back to center. Take your hands on either side of that front foot. And either stay here or take your weight onto your elbows or forearms. If it's within your flexibility, you can let go of that tension in the legs and just really open up the hips here. This will open into your psoas muscle. Press back up onto your hands. Bend the left knee. Reach your right arm around to grab the left foot, pressing the left foot into your hand. This will open up your chest a little bit. If you can't quite reach, no worries. Release. And shoot your right foot back to meet the left, downward facing dog. Shift over into your plank position. Lower down all the way to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Hold, press your hips into the mat. Exhale the head down to the mat. Keep the arms tucked in. Inhale, cobra. Hold this, engage your low back. Release the head. Press back into your downward facing dog. Left leg comes up high this time. You can take a couple circles with the knee, opening into that hip. Straighten that leg back up. Tuck the knee up into your chest and place the left foot down. Take the right knee to the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Low lunge. Take your hands to prayer. Actively press the feet away from each other as you suction the hips into the hip creases. Open your hands out to the left. Easy twist. Activate the abdominals here. Pull the spine up into straight alignment. Legs are on fire. Everything is working here. Inhale back to center, hands to prayer. Take those hands onto either side of the foot. Release the tension in the legs for a nice stretch. And if you have the flexibility, you can come down onto your forearms for a little bit more of a stretch here. Just breathing here. Really, really good. Come back up onto your hands. Bend that right knee, open around to the left, taking the left hand to that foot, pressing the top of the right foot into your left hand, opening your chest open. Really, really good. If you can't reach, it's fine. Just stay in the low lunge with an easy twist. And release that foot, come back to center. Press up into your downward facing dog. Feet meet at the back of the mat. Chest comes towards your thighs. Press firmly into your hands. Sweep your weight forward into your plank position. Hands directly beneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide, hands engaged. Take your knee to your left elbow, then your right knee to your right elbow, switching with each breath. Keep going. 5, 6, 7. Keep your butt down. 8, 9, 10. You can come onto the knees and do this modified if you need to. Keep going. Knee to elbow, alternating sides, shoulders engaged, abs tucked in, hips in line with your shoulders and your ankles, and press into downward facing dog. Really good, you guys. Lift the right leg high towards the sky. Sweep that foot forward to the top of the mat. Drop your back foot down into an angle. And sweep your arms up into Warrior One. Suctioning your hips into the hip sockets. Try and square off the hips, bringing your pelvis into a neutral position. Open your hands out to the side. Bring your right hand onto the inside of the right foot and lift up. Come down and up, down and up. Should feel the obliques crunching here. And up. You can take your right elbow to the right knee when you go down as a modification. Down and up, down and up, down and up. Hold your weight up into Warrior Two. Gaze over the fingers. Arms spread wide and activated. Nice energy. Take your right hand onto the inside of the right foot. Open your chest wide to the left. Really open up. See how far you can open that chest. Feel your ribs expand and your heart open. Keep that bend in that front knee. Release both hands onto either side of the foot. Take your right foot back to meet the left in downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Come to the top of the mat. Breathe in, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale the hands to prayer. Mountain Tadasana. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, step or jump back into your plank position. Lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg up high to the sky. Bend that knee, sweep it forward to the top of your mat. Place that foot between your hands. Drop that back foot over to an angle. Sweep the hands up overhead. Warrior one. Engage the abdominals. Nice long spine. Take your hands to prayer. Open your hands out or your chest out to the right. Take your left hand onto the inside of the left foot and push back up to warrior two. Come down, press up. Again, you can take the elbow to the knee and press up. Elbow to the knee and press up as a modification. Or take your hand all the way to the ground and sweep up. Feel those obliques crunch. Keep going. And up, down, and up, down, and up, all the way down. Come up, hold warrior two, look forward just over top of your hands. Keep the back engaged, shoulders down away from the ears, arms nice and wide. Take your left hand on the inside of the left foot. Open the chest to the right side of the room, looking up over those top fingers. Keeping a nice bend in that left knee. Release the hands to the ground. Hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Taking some sways here. You can grab hold of the back of your legs and get an additional stretch. Let go of any tension in the neck, the crown of the head facing the floor. Inhale to a flat back. And come all the way up, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Mountain Tadasana. Inhale those hands up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Take your hands on the mat, step or lightly jump back into plank. With your hands directly beneath your shoulders, take the left hand to the center of the mat. Open your chest to the right side of the room. Stack your feet. Pull your belly up towards the sky. Your right hip should be shooting towards the ceiling. And press those hips away from the mat. Really engage your supporting shoulder, not dumping into the shoulder. The whole hand is actively pressing into the mat, fingers spread wide. Pop those hips away. Come back to center. One breath. Take your right hand to the center of the mat. Roll your chest over towards the left. Stack the hips. Stack the feet. Press that left hip bone towards the ceiling. Act like there's a fire underneath you and you're trying to get your hips away from them so you won't burn yourself. Really actively press into your supporting hand. Shoulder engage. Engage all the way up. And release back to center. Come down onto your forearms. Forearm plank. Nice long line of energy from the crown of your head all the way out your heels. Press your heels towards the wall behind you. Extend your head out towards the wall in front of you. And keep your hips down. It's going to be tempting to pop them up, but keep this going. You've got this. I know it's burning. Keep breathing. Your breath will move you through this. You have got this. Release your knees to the floor. Take your butt back to your heels. Take your head to the mat for child's pose. And take some deep replenishing breaths here. Press up onto your hands and knees. Tuck the toes, straighten the legs. Come up into your downward facing dog. Activate the hands. Press your shoulders. Sweep the right leg up high to the sky. Bend the right knee. Sweep your right foot forward to the top of the mat. Open up the left foot facing to a 40-degree angle. Sweep your arms up into Virabhadrasana 2. Take your right hand onto the inside of the right foot and either stay here or sweep that left arm behind your back for a bind. And if it's in your practice, you can come into your bird of paradise. Really, really good. If you're in your bird of paradise, coming back down into your extended side angle, release the bind. Everyone shoot your hands over and hop to the top of your mat. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer, Mountain Tadasana. Inhale, hands come up high overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat back. Place your hands on the mat. Step or lightly jump back into your plank. Down Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale. Take your arms out beside you. Inhale, Locust. Feet come off the mat. Chest comes off the mat. Press the hips firmly into the mat. Low back engaged. Pelvic floor engaged. And release. Take your ear to the mat. Getting ready to come up again. Press your hips in. Lift the shoulders and chest up off the mat. Feet, knees come off the mat. Thighs are engaged. Feet are pressing towards each other. Shoulder blades are coming towards one another. And release. Take your ear to the mat. Breathe in and out of the nose. Bring your hands beneath your shoulders and press yourself up into downward facing dog. Lift your left leg high to the sky this time. Bend the left knee. Sweep your foot forward between your hands. Open up that back foot, about a 40-degree angle, and sweep those arms up, open into a warrior 2. Deep bend in that front knee. Take your left hand on the inside of your left foot. Open your chest to the right. Look up to the top of the ceiling. If you have it in your practice, sweep that right arm behind you and bind behind you. You can hop up into your bird of paradise if you have it in your practice. Otherwise, just stay in your extended side angle. Release. Come slowly back into your extended side angle. Release the bind. Take your hands onto either side of that front foot and hop to the top of your mat. Take the palms of your hands to the palms of your feet for gorilla pose. Bend deep into the knees here, allowing your tummy to touch your knees. And then straighten the legs. Not locking them out though. Release the hands from beneath your feet. Inhale, hands come overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. Pigeon toe the feet, pointing your toes inward slightly. Pull the belly up and in. Inhale, reach up. and fold forward slowly with control. Bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, lengthen, straighten the back. And exhale, fold, release. Crown of the head comes towards the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, press into your hands. And control, come all the way up. Heel toe your feet together. Come to the top of your mat. Release your hands. And inhale, hands come up. Exhale, bend the knees. Take your tailbone towards the mat for chair. Pull your Mula Bandha in. Belly's engaged. Pelvic floor is engaged. Press your knees towards one another. Weight is in the heels of the feet. Back is straight. Arms are up. Fingers are engaged. Take your hands to prayer. Open your arms out towards the right for easy twist. Keep those legs bent. Keep that belly strong. Come back to center. Open that left arm up towards the left. Chest opens up to the left. Belly's engaged. Spine's nice and long. Weight's in the heels of the feet. Come back to center. Press your hands firmly together in prayer. Straighten that back. Keep those legs bent. And release, straighten the legs. Bend the knees, slowly come down to your mat with control. Grab behind the backs of your knees. Pull your belly up and in, straighten the spine. Lift one foot at a time for toe taps and boat pose. You can rest on your hands to help you here. Alternating taps. Keep that belly pulled up and in. Really engage your core here. Go nice and slow. Now take both up. Tap both at the same time and lift. Tap. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Really good. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Keep going. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Slowly come down onto your back with control. Hug the knees in. Rock out your spine a little bit back and forth in the low back. Bring your head or both feet up to the sky and drop the left leg almost to the mat and switch. Keep the feet flexed, scissor legs, keep going. Your pelvis should be pressed into the mat. You can lift the shoulders up and scissor and scissor. The leg never quite touches the floor. Control. Keep going with your own breath. This is your practice. You'll get out what you put in. I prefer you to go a little bit slower if you need to than to flop around without control. Keep going. You've got this. Just a little bit more. Really good. Take your both feet up towards the sky and reach for your toes. Reach, reach, reach. Pull your belly into your spine. Do this with control and reach and reach. Keep reaching. Don't drop it this time. Reach, 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 reach. Keep it up. Keep it up. Come on. Keep reaching and release. Hug the knees into the chest. Really, really good. I bet you that felt amazing when you got a sup. Roll out the spine a little bit, back and forth. Take your hands behind your head. Take your left or your right knee to your right elbow and switch. Extend the other leg out for bicycles. Right knee to right elbow and then left knee to left elbow. Really good. Keep going. Go with your breath and switch and switch and switch. You don't have to go as fast as I am here, as long as you're doing it with control. Listen to your body. And release, hug the knees into the chest. Take your feet just below your pelvis so you can graze the heels of your feet with your fingers. Press your pelvis into the floor, shoulders into the mat. Now press your hips up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands in underneath. You can take hands together if you'd like. Press those hips towards the ceiling. Press, press, press. Bridge pose. And release the hips down to the mat. Breathe deeply in and out of the nose here. And go up. Press those hips up. Walk those arms in underneath you. Press, press, press. If your knees are splaying open, actively squeeze your legs together as if you're trying to hold a ball between your thighs. And release. Few cleansing breaths. This last time, you can go up and bridge one more time. Or if it's in your practice, feel free to take wheel pose. And press up. Press those hips towards the sky. Press, press, press. Really good. And release down. Hug the knees into the chest. Take the outsides of your feet and come into happy baby. Pull your knees down into your armpits, but still press your tailbone into the mat. You can straighten one leg while the other one's bent for dead bug pose. And alternate back and forth. Come to center. Release the feet. And rock yourself up to seated. Take your feet out in front of you. Straighten the legs. Perfect opportunity to grab a strap or a scarf. If you have one, wrap it underneath your feet. Pull up, come to a straight spine. Pull your feet towards you, but keep that spine straight and keep the belly engaged. Just really feel an opening in the back of the legs. And release. You can bring your forearms onto the mat. Release all the energy in your back and the back of your neck. Just fold over the legs here. Inhale, engage, pull up. And release. Exhale. Fold over the legs. Inhale, come up. Take the strap and release it from around your feet. Lay down onto your back. Take your strap or your scarf around your right foot. And bring your right foot up to a 90-degree angle, the bottom of your feet facing the ceiling. Put a slight bend in the leg so you're not locking the knee. And pull down on your scarf or your strap while actively pushing against it with your foot until your legs start shaking like a leaf in the wind. As you can see, mine's shaking here. That engagement is going to create energy and really activate that leg. Pushing against the pull, pulling against the push. It's really a force of resistance here. And don't judge yourself for wherever your foot is right now. This is your journey. As long as your leg's shaking, that's all that matters. Now open that right leg out towards the right side of the room. Not locking out the knee, keeping that slight bend, and just going as far as you can towards the floor. Using your arm to pull, create that little bit of resistance here, and flexing the foot. It looks like I'm being lazy here, but don't follow my lead. Flex the supporting foot as well. Bringing that foot back up to center and let it drop over to the left, over top of your body this time. Use the strength of your arms to create that resistance, to pull it up to that 90-degree angle. So it's directly out to the left. Flex the supporting foot as well. Both legs should be engaged here. Really, really good. Feel a nice opening on the outside of your right butt cheek here. Again, the leg is not required to go all the way to the floor. Just wherever feels right for you, wherever your limit is. Now sweep that leg back up to neutral. Pull it in for a little stretch and slowly let it all the way down to the mat. Bend those legs so you can switch your scarf or your strap over to the left foot now. Bring it down to neutral and then pull it up to that 90-degree angle, bottom of the foot facing the ceiling, slight bend in the knee, and we're going to push into the strap as you pull the strap towards you. So creating that resistance. And don't be shy. Pull as hard as you can, as you push as hard as you can with your foot until your leg is shaking. Shake, shake, shake. Let that leg shake. You're going to feel all sorts of release here and really charge up that leg, charging up your root chakra. Challenge yourself. Remember not to lock out the knee. Keep a slight bend in the knee here. Keep going. Now you could go a little bit further. Stop trying to press against it and pull that leg towards you for a little stretch. And let that leg open out to the left. Using your strap and the strength of your arms to kind of hold it in place so it's not falling all the way to the ground if you don't have the flexibility there. Just kind of let it go to its edge. Listen to your body. And keeping that slight bend in the knee. We don't want to lock the leg out. Bring that leg up to center. And let it drop over top of your body, over to the right side. Feeling that opening on the outside of your right butt cheek. Flex the supporting foot. Both feet are flexed here. Legs are active. Play within your limit and back out if you need to. Listen to your body. Sweep that leg back up to center. You can pull it in towards you for a little stretch and release it all the way down to the mat. Let go of your prop. Let your feet drop open. Hands drop open out to the side. Close off the eyes and let everything go. Feel how alive you are. How invigorating your practice was. And notice the difference in your energy from the start of this practice to right here on your mat, Shavasana. You are strong. You have confidence and power within you. Slowly roll over to your side. Take your time pressing yourself up to seated. Shake out your wrists. Do whatever you need to with your hands to get any tension that was from holding on to your rope or your strap out. The light in me honors and cherishes the light in you. Namaste. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And share with your friends if you like this. Have an awesome day.